Are you someone that just believes everything that is being said by someone? Well, it's more likely just being wrong. In today's world, information spread online and by people has the possibility to be misleading and flat out wrong. Misinformation anywhere has the ability to impact certain segments of people's lives. In this speech, I'll be providing you three main impacts misinformation has on society. The impact of misinformation is how we politically view things, our risk to health, and how it can ruin reputations of companies. First, let's discuss the impact of misinformation on our political views. According to Arthur King of the Atlanta Journal Constitution, he illustrates how misinformation on controversial topics, such as illegal immigration, has Americans believing in false ideas. Misleading statements such as illegal immigrants take jobs from Americans and illegal immigrants don't pay taxes has people believing that immigrants have been subsequently hurting the country's economy. These misleading statements have a political impact on how people view illegal immigrants. The general public does not seem to understand that illegal immigrants represent up to 20 to 30% of workers in industries such as construction and farming. These industries require a huge amount of labor workers that the Native American population is not able to fulfill. Without immigrant workers, certain states such as Georgia that rely on immigrants to fulfill most of the workforce in these industries will have their local economies hurt by false statements. These statements also don't provide an accurate view on the importance of illegal immigrants as arguments such as illegal immigrants take jobs from Americans or illegal immigrants don't pay taxes doesn't show how immigrants fill into the roles of jobs that the average American is not willing to do, or how hard it is for immigrants to receive any tax benefits. Now, let's discuss its risk to our health. According to Arthur Robbins of the New York Times, misinformation on the safety of vaccines by government officials such as Robert Kennedy has caused a huge cut in funding for production and research for pharmaceutical companies. Misinformation by government officials can cause a huge risk for Americans dealing with diseases such as measles and smallpox. The lack of funding for vaccine production will cause vaccines to get more expensive and hard to come by for the average American. Moreover, it has been proven through multiple research and tests that vaccines are overly safe for people to use, even with the side effects that it comes with. Misleading opinions on vaccines has a detrimental impact on the health for Americans. Vaccination has been one of the fewest ways people have been able to use to prevent the worst stages of diseases such as smallpox and recently COVID. If funding is cut drastically for the production and research of vaccines because of skepticism from government officials, despite numerous tests showing that it is overly safe, it will make it extremely difficult for the average American to protect themselves from diseases. Lastly, let's discuss how it can impact reputations. According to Arthur Armrus of the Washington Post, politicians and the government have been using misinformation about companies such as NewsGuard, a fact-checking organization that they have participated in a censorship cartel against others on the internet. These attacks on the company that pride themselves on providing accurate information on the biases of news sources have damaged the reputation of the company to the public. It also prevents them from acquiring partnerships with key big social companies such as Microsoft and Google. Reputation of the company is an important aspect for the public when it comes to using their products. If misinformation is spread about companies, such as in the case of NewsGuard, people would begin to believe that opinions made by others will make them not use their product, causing long term loss of customers for the company. In conclusion, I have introduced you three factors to how misinformation has impacted our lives in society and the dangers posed by it, whether it can affect the way we view topics, our health, or how we view other companies or individuals. If we do not make an effort to combat the spread of misinformation, it will ultimately take over our lives and make it more impossible to trust anyone on the internet or in person.